You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Jim Acosta flags eerie coincidence regarding Lindsey Graham. Absolutely jaw-dropping, based on an article by Alexander Willis. The seat doesn't go to the polling average, the real story. The source tries to make this about an eerie coincidence between a viral post, a poll, and Sen. Lindsey Graham's sudden death. That is media garnish. The political fact that matters is simpler. A Senate vacancy in South Carolina would be filled by appointment, and the power to choose the replacement sits with Gov. Henry McMaster, while Donald Trump is already signaling he wants a hand in it. That is where the agency is, not in the social media noise, not in the breathless coincidence framing, in the machinery of succession. The poll is a distraction. The polling numbers for Annie Andrews matter only because they show a possible Democratic opening in a state the press usually treats as settled terrain. The article spends too much time on the viral post and the sudden movement of the numbers, as if electoral change were some mystical event that happened to arrive alongside tragedy. It is not mystical. It is political. A competitive race becomes visible, and then the story gets repackaged as an eerie coincidence instead of what it is. Evidence that Republican comfort is thinner than the party once admitted. Who actually holds power? If there is a vacancy, the governor appoints the replacement. That is the institutional lever. The source even notes Trump has somebody great in mind, which tells you everything about the governing logic here. The seat is treated not as public trust but as factual property to be assigned. This is the pattern. The electorate gets the drama. Party elites get the appointment. Presidential influence hovers over the process like a claim ticket. The people are told to watch the race, but the real contest is among officials deciding who inherits the machinery. Misdirection is method. The weak framing here is obvious. It takes a vacancy and turns it into a suspense story about a viral post. That is not analysis, it is avoidance. It softens power into coincidence and makes succession look incidental. It also obscures responsibility. If the seat changes hands, it will not happen because the universe got strange on a Saturday. It will happen because state law empowers a governor to make a choice, because Trump is already crowding the decision, and because Republicans understand that institutions are most useful when they can be used before voters get a say. The pattern behind the story. This is how American politics often gets narrated when power is moving quickly. The public is fed polling chatter and personality theater while the durable mechanisms stay in the background. Appointment power, party control, and executive influence are where outcomes are actually decided. The rest is noise designed to keep attention on the spectacle instead of the structure. The lesson is not that a poll circulated before death. The lesson is that a Senate seat, once vacant, becomes an object of capture immediately. That is the system showing itself plainly. Democracy narrowed into a race, and then the race narrowed again into a decision by a few officials with the authority to override the waiting public. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article. With the automated voice of Labritz, our thanks for listening.